never stop at one. I'll take you all on.
At least I'll have the satisfaction of destroying you, Optimus Prime.
You can't remember my name.
The weak shall perish?
Do not believe everything you read.
Hello everybody, I'm Cyberverse Prime, and here we have Transformers Studio Series 07, or I think at the time 49, Bumblebee. And yeah, this was a highly anticipated figure of 2020, and it's kind of left to be desired, in my opinion. So, he can, for weapon storage, he does have the weapon tabbed on the back bumper here. I tend not to do that. I like it without it. You got nice painted taillights here, the stripe. Yeah, mine is a little fudged up because back when this figure first came out, yeah, these were tamper-graphed on and it started rubbing off fairly quickly, so I'm not happy about that. Quality of that really went downhill. Chevy logo painted, Camaro. Looks pretty good for a quick size comparison. Here he is with Jazz. And here he is with the original 07 Bumblebee. Yeah, times have changed, man. Times have really changed. This isn't the premium version, even though it has the premium head. This is the Scream Battles version. I have the premium series version right here. I just did a head swap. That's all I did. Just did a head swap because I really like the premium version. The premium version is really nice. But anyway, I'll probably do a review on that. But maybe when I'll probably do that for the 07 anniversary. So yeah, there's 07 Bumblebee. So, yeah, here is the new one. He's got the battle mat. Oh yeah. That's crazy. Well, isn't that funny? I did a head swap, and they both have the same head. That's crazy. Yeah, but anyway. So, he rolls okay. I'm hoping they do a new one of Bumblebee for 07. It just wouldn't make sense if they didn't. I don't want a reissue of this figure either, because this mold is just, ugh. I just, well, I'll show you. It's not fun. Usually Bumblebee figures, in my opinion, are pretty fun and easy to transform. This one's just a pain in the freaking ass. So, to transform him, you gotta pop these parts open. And you gotta, like, I don't like how panely it is either. It reminds me of Universe Ironhide. And you gotta untap that. Gotta undo this piece too. Sorry about that. So these pieces swing out like every Bumblebee does. And you kind of get these going. Well, actually, untap this piece. Then you gotta rotate these down. Which that's okay, I guess. And the part where it really comes on fun, well, not fun anymore, is when you gotta push these down, but then you gotta swing out the feet. I don't really care for this part of the transformation. It just feels awkward. And then you gotta push this in, tab it in, fold this piece up, rotate this piece down, and then you rotate the leg again, and then collapse the fender piece up against the leg. I am sorry, but that is way too over complex. That's just, that's way too much. That's just way too much for all of this. Whatever happened to just folding up the leg into the shin and then having it, angle to the fender, if you know what I'm talking about. Like on this. Like on that. Like, look, his feet fold up into the shins and then they collapse and then you just press the two together and then there you go. Like, I mean, I know this thing's got springs and stuff in it for the glass pieces, but a better example of this is like Battle Blade's Bumblebee, where it doesn't have any springs in it. That's just way too over complex. That's crazy to me. And then you gotta make sure that you don't break anything because it is clear plastic. And 2020 plastic is not great. And see, the feet come untabbed too. That's just annoying as shit. I hate these feet. Collapse that in. Collapse that in. Tab this in. Collapse that. Rotate the foot. Fold that up. These keep coming undone. And then I'll be damned. You come here. Fold out the arms. Which... that looks like the leader class Bumblebee, I think. I've seen that somewhere. I think it is on the leader class Bumblebee from Dark of the Moon. And you come here to his chest pieces. Untab these. If it sounds like I'm struggling, it's because I am. This thing is just very... it's a pain in the ass. And you rotate these out, the wheel wells, the best you can. Fold down this piece. Then you got to collapse these in. Oh, you fold down this. Then you take this piece and fold it back. Then you fold up this piece, fold up that piece, and that creates his back. This part will not stay tabbed in whatsoever. Sorry that I dropped the F-bomb. But I hate this thing. I am not a fan of this mold. And the 5-pack version's even worse. That's why I reviewed this thing and not the 5-pack. That 5-pack is 10 times worse than this. The Dark of the Moon one holds up better, though. You raise this up. Rotate that down. And then rotate that up. Fold this out. Fold this out. And then here comes the biggest twist. You rotate the fucking waist. And I'm sorry, but this thing is way too over complex. Oh my god. The Masterpiece transforms better than this. I'm sorry, but I do not like this figure at all. I'm not saying it's a terrible figure. People praised it when it first came out, but I am sorry. This thing is garbage. I do not like this figure at all. It's too fiddly. It's definitely way too small for this type of transformation. And the alt mode is so ugly with the panel lines. I'm sorry. I do not like this version of the mold. The Dark of the Moon one holds up better in my opinion, because I don't have problems with the feet untabbing and stuff, at least to my call. But I do not like it. Even still, I don't like it. He's got ball jointed he's got ball jointed elbows, which everyone else. I think Jazz has them, but I'm not a fan of the ball joint, especially being yellow, because that looks ugly. And I'm not a fan of ball joints either. This is like early 2000s. This guy came out in 2020. That's lame. Sorry I keep cussing, but it's lame. He's got a ball joint at the head. He's got a waist rotation, as you saw. Ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed bicep / elbow, ball jointed hips, single jointed knee, which goes about maybe 90 degrees. And then he does have ankle tilt, but it looks ugly. I'm sorry, but I hope this guy gets a massive revamp for 07. I mean, in 2027. You can give him his blaster, which looks pretty cool. And then here he is with 05 Prime. Here he is with Ratchet. And here he is with Ironhide. And you can kind of see what I'm saying. Bumblebee and Ironhide look pretty good together. Bumblebee and Ratchet kind of do. But Bumblebee and Prime? B's up to Prime's waist. I don't think that's accurate. Actually, B is up to Prime's stomach. If you that's not accurate at all. So, yeah, no. This Bumblebee is really inaccurate. I'm sorry for people who love this mold. I'm not one of them. I still prefer the original, even though this is the premium. I still prefer this mold, and I still prefer Battle Blades. They're just better versions of this character. Even the Masterpiece is better than this, and the Human Alliance. I'm sorry, but Hasbro, since you are revamping characters from 07, please, 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 can Bumblebee be one of them? Please. Because this mold sucks balls. I hate this mold. It needs to go back into the drawing stages, or it needs to go back to the drawing board, and it needs to be re-engineered. And it needs to be a little bit bigger if you're going to continue with this transformation. And another thing that I don't like is you can't fold the wheel up to the side of the door like it is in the movie. You can't do that with this figure. So he has these damn wheels that stick out like this, and it's ugly. I do not like that. I much prefer it how they did it with this. The wheel is behind the shoulder, you know, at an angle. This is completely straight sticking out. That looks like crap. And I'm sorry that I'm knocking these older figures, but I'm going to have to call it out, because that's my job as a reviewer. I mean, for the time that it came out, yes, it was a fun little figure, but now that we're getting revamps and stuff, I mean, let me just be clear. I am still 100%, you know, I still love these figures. Don't get me wrong. I still love them, even though I'm showing this guy a little bit of hate. He just has too many flaws at the scale, and it does kind of feel like crap. And it's not really the figure's fault or the engineer. It's really corporate themselves. So they just cut too many corners just to save money. And honestly, when us reviewers, you know, give these figures hell, we're not mad at the designers. We're not mad at Evan, Mark, B-Mac at the time, and Nate. We're not mad at them. We're mad because corporate just keeps cutting corners and they don't deliver their promises to what us collectors, not to sound selfish, but deserve. So, in a way, I really hope that we do get some revamps for the 20th anniversary for 07. Anyway, this has been Cyberverse Prime. I have one more Autobot to take a look at. That's Jazz. And that will be that. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you all in the next one. See you later.